Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, you are now listening to the beats of Recta from Orient Squad, and of course, always saluting and promoting local talents and artists. And tell you the truth, you know, my guest in the studio right now, I'm very proud of her. Very, 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 very proud of her, because she actually did a film called Historic Jeddah, and it just got to the International Film Festival in Manhattan. Ladies and gentlemen, you gotta make some noise for the amazing and talented Miss Jameelah Lenesis, or Miss Jameelah Rose, let's call her Miss Jameelah Rose. Hello and welcome to Laish Hip Hop and Mix FM, Jameelah.
Hi, good evening. Thank you so much for having me on the show. I am truly honored, and thank you so much, Big Has, for making this possible.
No, see, you're doing good. See, I told you you're going to do good. So, yeah, so like, Jameelah, I'm very proud of you. And we have with you your mom, Maria. Maria, how are you?
Fine, great.
Mahal kita Philippines.
Bravo.
Yes, I love Philippines, you know. And it's, we're going to talk to you, Maria, a little bit. But of course, we're very proud of your daughter. And we thank you for, supporting her always. And it's very important. So thank you from me to you. Jameelah, so first of all, let us know about how did you get into filmmaking? What got you into filmmaking before we start talking about, Historic Jeddah?
Okay. So what got me into filmmaking was, if I'm going to say, since 5th grade of elementary school, I have always dreamed of becoming a filmmaker.
Nice.
And until I graduated from high school, my ambition did not change.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how it began.
From 5th grade?
From 5th grade. I knew what I wanted to do in the future, and that is to become a successful filmmaker.
Wow.
Yes.
From 5th grade, and this is your passion. And right now, so how did you get into it? Like you got your first camera. Do you remember your first camera? You started filming. Who did you start filming? What, how did you improve that skill?
Okay, so I didn't really had a camera back then. I just enjoy watching movies, and those movies that I would have just enjoyed, I began to critique each film.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice. Okay.
And an interesting story is that when I was around 4 or 5 years old, my mother would see me sitting on the sofa after school.
Okay.
And I would turn on the television and insert tapes into our VHS or Betamax player.
Back in the day of VHS.
Yes, and then she would see me rewind each film. Like, I'm going to watch it first, and then I'm going to rewind it and do something like critique, pause, and something. I was very young at that time. I don't know what I was doing.
You were taking notes?
No.
Or just okay.
But I'm just, if I like a certain scene, I would rewind and then pause. And then she would get annoyed sometimes because I played it so many times, and I mean, we only have one television in our house, so even if she wants to watch something else, she can't.
Okay. Wow. So so you're basically self-taught, I believe, right? Like you taught yourself. You didn't go into any school. Did you go into film school? Like, did you get into that?
After I graduated from high school, I didn't immediately apply to a film school.
Okay.
I was supposed to go to the New York Film Academy on the year 2010.
Okay.
But due to some circumstances, I was not able to go. So the following year after that, I tried again.
Okay.
And I'm so happy because I got into the 8-week filmmaking workship. That's how I began.
Nice.
And after I graduated from the program, I proceeded to the longer program, which is the Filmmaking Conservatory in New York City.
Wow.
Yes.
How was that experience?
It's very overwhelming because coming from Saudi Arabia, the whole experience is very different. Like, for example, I'm not used to being with strangers, or I'm not used to not wearing the abaya. That's gonna sound strange, but and I don't talk to anybody at first. Like in Saudi Arabia, we just don't talk to strangers on the streets.
Correct.
So that's
in America is a different case.
Yes,
you talk to everybody.
Yeah, I'm culture shocked, but it's at the same time it's refreshing.
It is. Yeah. Wow, that's really beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, we have with us Jameelah Rose, who actually had her film Historic Jeddah in the International Film Festival in Manhattan. That is so exciting. So let's talk about that. How did the idea of the film Historic Jeddah come to you? I know it takes place in Balad, in Old Jeddah. So how did the idea spark? You were born and raised in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, and you've been here all your life, and you have a certain love, of course, for Jeddah. But what inspired you to do a film? See, I stutter. It's fine. To do a film about historic Jeddah.
Okay, so the movie or this film specifically is not supposed to be a film.
Okay.
Like, the idea, I mean, what happened was I found this group in Facebook. It's called Arabian Jewel.
Yeah.
And then they're organizing a tour in Old Balad. And at that time, they were having this festival. And after that, I discussed it with my mom because I was intrigued by the idea of going on the tour. And we decided to actually go on the tour.
Nice.
And then she was the one who inspired me to make the movie because she was the one who told me to bring a spare camera. And I mean, we were just there having fun, enjoying the tour, but the idea of making it into a film was not there. Like, I decided it later on. Like, when I was planning to submit to a film festival, which is the International Film Festival Manhattan.
Yeah.
That's the part where she said, like, jam, because that's what she called me.
What did she call you?
Jam.
Jam. Nice.
Yeah, or
okay.
jam.
Jam. Okay.
Yeah. So she told me, like, what about that film? Like, aren't you supposed to edit it? Like, why don't you try submitting that into a film festival? And if you don't submit it now, then when would you submit it? Because I shot it this year, so it should be, submitted this year and screened this year.
Wow. Yeah. And you just went. So when you just went to Balad with your team, I guess, or it's alone you, or how did you shoot it?
I was with my mother.
Okay.
I shot it with 2 smartphones and one.
What?
Yeah, I had no camera. Like, even if I bring a camera, it's too much for the people. And Old Balad, it's very crowded, and I don't want to get in trouble with people who are not comfortable with
so
camera.
Wait, the whole film was shot on smartphone?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
How long is the film?
The film is originally more than 13 minutes and 57 seconds. Like, this is a multi-part documentary film.
Nice.
The one that's going to be screened in New York is just part 1. There's a part 2.
Wow.
Yes. So it's supposed to be a feature film, which is more than 30 or 40 minutes. But
so when you say part 1, like, this is really interesting. So now, which in the International Film Festival in Manhattan, which film is actually going to be in the festival? Like, this part, the part 1?
Yes, that's going to be in the
Which
festival.
is how many minutes?
That's going to be 13 minutes and 57 seconds, around that.
So that's the one that's going to be screened there.
Yes.
And and of course there are some kind of awards. And if your film won or something like that.
Yes.
So how does that get calculated? Like, based on what? Did they tell you?
Yes, I mean, like, they have categories. Like, if there's a documentary feature film,
correct,
there's a documentary short film,
correct.
So since my film is just part 1, it's under the shorts. I mean, documentary shorts category.
Okay.
So, like, the only film coming from Saudi Arabia is my film. So if given the chance, to be awarded that award, which is best documentary short film, that would be something new. And I mean,
it's a first, I guess.
Yes, it's the first.
Yeah.
And
I think so. Yeah. Wow.
And it's not my first film festival, and I hope I win again this year.
Inshallah. Maria, I want you to put your headphones on. You have headphones?
Yeah.
Okay. So Maria, I really want to take your opinion here. This is your amazing daughter, and she has a film in the International Film Festival in Manhattan. How do you feel?
I was speechless at first, but then since I know my daughter is a talented one, so I said you can make that. You
can make it happen, and of course with your support, I think it's really amazing, given the fact that you inspired her as well and you told her to do it. So that's amazing, really. Jameelah, now, so what's the process like? So when is the film going to be screened? When is when would we know? How can we support you? The trailer I know is on YouTube right now. They can go just YouTube Historic Jeddah Jameelah. Yeah. I think they'll find it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what's the process like now?
Okay, so the process right now is the film festival runs from October 22 to 25.
Nice.
Yes, and on the 22nd, that's the first day and the opening night, they're going to have the awards night from 5 to 10 in the evening, New York time.
Okay.
And my screening would be on the 24th from 5:50 to 8:10 p.m.
Okay.
I'm going to be screening it with other filmmakers. We're 5, and I'm one of them. And being a Filipino, like, although I'm not coming from the Philippines, I'm coming from Saudi Arabia, they kind of like put me in that Filipino shorts category, which is, I'm gonna screen it with other 4 Filipino filmmakers. So even for people who are in New York who would like to see the film, they can purchase the ticket through Eventbrite by typing hashtag IFFM NYC 2015.
Nice.
Program 6.
Okay.
/shorts number 3, and they can find the details. And if they don't want to get it online, although it's cheaper, it's $9.99 US.
Okay.
They can get it at the door, but it's gonna be $15.
Okay. But wow, I mean, it's all for supporting. Really, that's really beautiful. Jameelah, we're going to continue talking to you, but we're going to go for a short break and be right back. We have with us Jameelah Rose. Jameelah, do you have any accounts on Twitter or Instagram that people can follow you on?
Yes, they could just, on Facebook, they could just type my name, Jameelah Rose.
Okay.
Lineses. On Twitter, they can write dir_Jam Lineses. And on Instagram, they can find me by searching direct DIREK Jam 2193.
I'm gonna tweet that in a second. So, ladies and gentlemen, please stay with us. We're gonna be right back. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, with me I have the talented filmmaker Jameelah Rose, whose film is going to be actually screened at the International Film Festival in Manhattan. I want you guys to go follow her on Twitter, because I'm telling you, she's going to make Saudi Arabia proud for sure and make herself proud. Tell you the truth, it's important to support local talent. That's very important. Follow her at JROSE22193. That's her username. Jameelah Rose. So, Jameelah, what kind of support you've been getting so far from Saudi?
Okay, so this is the first time that I'm gonna be saying it on air.
Okay.
If you're talking about support, like how did I get to New York? Like, first of all, I just want to make it clear, I do not belong to a wealthy family. I am not from a rich, wealthy family or whatsoever. Like,
well, let me just stop you there. Sorry. Wealthy is by how you are, not how much you own. Just let me tell you that. So I'm sure you come from a very wealthy family when it comes to the heart and comes how. But I get your point, because some people think, oh, she bought her way through it, she did that, blah, blah. Yeah, how did you get into it? How did they select it?
The film,
yeah.
You mean? They selected the film. I mean, what I did, we have this website where we can submit films.
Okay.
This is a website for filmmakers,
okay.
Especially.
And you submitted that film?
Yes, like I submitted it to that specific film festival.
Okay.
And it was the final deadline, so I was not expecting anything from it, because what we are taught is, if we submit late, the chances of getting selected is very
small.
Slim.
Correct.
So I was not expecting anything. I just submitted the film online. I sent the DVDs via DHL.
Wow.
And that's it. Like, that's the end. Like,
okay.
I didn't care, okay, what's gonna happen or what. But then I got the email, congratulations, you are accepted. And they're like, okay, I guess I have to go there.
What was your feeling when you first got that email? Like, did you scream? What's the first thing you did?
It's speechless.
What did your mom, Maria, what did you think?
Well, I know that she's going into that. I knew
this is
that.
the mother instinct right here. So let's go back to the support. So you practically you haven't been getting a lot of support, like in Jeddah?
The only support that I've gotten from Saudi Arabia, if I have to be specific, is someone who is very close to me and my mother's heart.
Okay.
Sponsored me to study at the New York Film Academy.
Mashallah,
yes.
wow. Okay.
Yeah, she is Princess Hala bint Abdullah bin Abdulaziz Al Saud.
Mashallah, yes. Beautiful. Shout out to, of course, this Princess Hala. That says beautiful, Saraha. This is what it takes, because she saw talent in you and she's close to you guys, and she said, why not support this girl? Because she knows maybe that coming from a Filipino background, sadly the community here will not really push she's Filipino, yeah, she did a film about Saudi, she's still Filipino, but so what, she's a human being. So I say to everybody, to everybody now who's going to tune in and know later on, hopefully, that you won this, that you put Saudi Arabia, that you give Saudi Arabia an award. That alone is something really huge. And I'm sure, hopefully, the princess, when she knows, I'm sure she'll have, I'm sure she'll support you even more. So that's beautiful. Big up to her. And who else? Who else supported you?
I would have to say that's it. It's just been me and my mother, and most of my films, or not most of my films, all of it are self-funded by me.
Yeah, you self-fund your films, like, basically,
Yes, there's no support from any organization here in Saudi Arabia.
Have you tried approaching?
Yes, but there's this thing in me that is very hesitant to do that.
Why?
For one reason, I'm Filipino.
So? What goes on your mind if you have a film that is nice and an idea that is nice? Why do you think people are not going to go for it? Because you're Filipino, forget about that. So what?
I mean, like, all these years, like, growing up in Saudi Arabia and being in a society where, I mean, us Filipinos, we're not really in that, certain priority. So I don't know if that's a big impact on me, but what I've been doing all these years is, like, I'm doing my best in all of those films. Like, with or without support, I make sure that I do everything. Yes.
Well, one of my favorite freestylers, he's a football freestyler. His name is Tawfiba Mutrif. He is one of the best freestylers for me in Arabia, and maybe in the world. He just said, good luck, Jameelah. You got all the support here. And he's from Riyadh. He's tuning in from Riyadh. He's supporting you. And I'm sure a lot of people as well listening, they're going to support you. Because at the end of the day, don't you feel a little bit of pressure here, Jameelah? A little bit? Because you're representing Saudi Arabia. It's a huge country. I mean, at the end of the day, filmmaking in Saudi Arabia is not something that is very... we don't have any movies, any films, but there's so much talent over here when it comes to filmmaking. Like, Tilfaz, U-Turn, all these people, they have amazing talent. Are you feeling pressured? Like, what if you won? And your mother thinks that you're going to win. Hala, she knows. She knows. I don't know why we're waiting until 24th of October. She's winning. So, what if you won?
What if I won? Then I would be very honored, very humbled, and speechless. And since day one, I have always wanted to represent this country. Like, if there's in any way I can or wherever I go, like, because I am born, raised, and currently living in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
So Saudi Arabia, if I'm gonna put it in one word, it's my home, khalas. So it's like
khalas. Best.
Yeah. So it's like I don't see any reason for me not to represent it. So regarding the pressure, instead of being discouraged by it, I feel proud to represent this country.
Wow, beautiful answer. Yes, Jameelah, we have to give you a big salute on that. Jameelah Rose, there's on Twitter, Miss Nada Sawadi. She's saying, being a Filipino, I'm so proud of Jameelah.
Thank you so much for your support.
So, like, it's for me it's important. Ladies and gentlemen, we have with us Jameelah Rose, and she is actually having her film in the International Film Festival in Manhattan. If you don't know what that is a big, big, big deal. It's important, and we are here to support you, Jameelah. We're here to support you. So, I'm going to go for a very short break, and then after that we're going to finish up the interview. It's been a real honor having you on the show, you and of course your family, and we're going to come back and talk and shout out to everybody that's listening right now. Okay, so we'll be right back.
أنت تستمع إلى ميكس اف ام. Live on Mix FM. Mix FM. Laish hip hop. Live on Mix FM. Mix FM.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are finishing our amazing interview with the lovely Jameelah Rose. Jameelah, at the end of our interview, is there anybody that you'd like to shout out, support, who supported you, someone who's listening right now? The air is all yours.
Okay. First of all, I would like to give a shout out to Susie Johnson Khalil, which is Susie of Arabia, for helping me increase my views on YouTube.
Nice.
And I would like to give a shout out to some of the people who are important to me, who also contributed to promoting my film. Tita, which is Aunt, Tita Miriam Zuico, and from the Film Academy of the Philippines, Alex J. Socorro.
Nice.
And the New York Film Academy. And please make sure to check out that I'm going to be coming out on their blog. So shout out to Frank Paskin, to Michael Sandoval, to Tassos Rigopoulos, my directing instructor.
Wow.
And also to my friends, to my family, and to everybody listening and supporting me. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And before I forget, I'm not sure if she's listening right now, but I've always been wanting to do this. I would like to thank Her Royal Highness Princess Hala bint Abdullah bin Abdul Aziz Al Saud for always supporting me since day one, and for believing in me, and for trusting me, and for sending me to my dream school, and until to this day, for supporting me. And I have no words to say, and I just want to say thank you so much for everything that you have done for me and my family. And for my brother Joseph, he must be in school right now.
Wow.
Yeah, he is studying in New York. I'm gonna see you soon, brother. And yeah, thank you so much, Big Has, for making this possible. It's truly an honor to be on your show. Thank you so much.
It's a no-brainer not to support you. Anybody who doesn't support you is stupid, okay? So that's it. I'm making it happen. It's all about supporting local talent, and it's for me, you are definitely, very I love your passion, Jameelah, for real. And people, let me just be clear, because some people always want to try to get you down, no matter what. I host a hip-hop show in Saudi Arabia, one of the most conservative countries in the world. Yet I know what I'm doing is right, and I know what I'm pushing is right. So don't let anybody push you down, because that's what people want to do. Because what people can do, they're going to tell you, because they can't do it. That's why they're saying that, because they can. They're just sitting. You're the one that's working. So focus on those people that you just mentioned right now. Focus on them. They are your backbone. Your mother is your backbone. Your family is your back. You are right now in the right direction. Any negative, anything on the side is, talk chit-chat. Yeah, stay in the minor league. I am in where? Where are you? Tell me, where's your film going to be played?
In New York City.
No. Where? Shout. Where is it going to be played?
It's going to be played at the International Film Festival in Manhattan.
Thank you. That's it. Period. Anybody asks you, tell them, my film got played in that. Where did your film get played, huh? So don't, so it's very important. And you're going to just keep improving, okay? You're going to keep improving. You're going to definitely, hopefully get there. And I want to wish you all the best. We hope that you win. Maria, what do you think?
Yes.
She's going to win?
Yes. I have the intuition that she's going to take the award.
Okay.
Pressure.
And another
so
award
pressure.
Maybe would be the most popular.
Okay. There's an award for the most popular as well?
Yeah, actually, my promo trailer is the leading promo trailer.
Oh, we'll push it right now. Okay.
We are leading. Saudi Arabia is leading the promo trailer at the International Film Festival Manhattan. Okay. So hopefully I win that award.
We'll push it right now. We'll push it. We'll make old Jeddah tweet it. Don't worry about it. It's all about the support. Maria, any last words?
I am very grateful that I have a daughter like her.
Nice.
And she is
beautiful.
She stay with me here in Saudi Arabia where I am now. She could have stayed in New York City when she was studying and finished her studies and continued her OPT, but she preferred to come back here and stayed with me.
Man.
We are extremely very close with each other.
I don't know what to say, man. That's the best closing line I've ever had. Maria, you got me emotional. It's important, of course, because in Islam we have saying, of course, that Al-Jannah tahta aqdam al-ummahat. Heaven is beneath the mother's feet. And it's important, it's important to always salute your parents, always salute you, especially mothers, so big up to you. Again, I'm very, very grateful. I'm very honored for you guys to be here. And I'm sure, hopefully, that this film, is going to hopefully make some noise. And even if it didn't win, don't worry, don't be discouraged. We're going to be playing it here in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. And next films you can apply. You always can apply. That's the beauty of these festivals. They're every year. So you can apply. Next time, this time you got in. You didn't win. Fine. Next time you got in, but you won. There's always a next time. So don't worry. Be proud of who you are and be you. That's it. You've already done so much. If you win, it's an extra bonus, That's it, Like you said, you didn't expect Aslam to get in, right?
No.
You didn't expect. So, okay. So it's all good. There's no pressure. I want to wish you all the best, Jameelah Rose. And of course, we'll be pushing the YouTube video right now. I want you to put your peace sign up in the air. You too, sir. Put your peace sign. Yes, and say Mahal Kita Philippines. I love Philippines.
Mahal kita Philippines.
And let me tell you something, man. Pacquiao is a real champion. Nobody else. Pacquiao is a real champion. That guy, the other guy, is not a real champion anyway, man. You know? Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was Jameelah Rose. Jameelah, peace and love. Jameelah's mom. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen.
Mix FM.